Hello, hello, Chalkin History friends. It's Shelly Kallach. I hope you guys are having a great day. What is it? It's Tuesday, right? So that means it's T-shirt Tuesday. We're gonna do a couple of shirts today, hopefully. Yeah, come on in if you see that red live box at the top left corner of your screen. I am live. Otherwise, you're checking out the replay. Welcome either way. Let's get started. All right. We are going to do the pumpkin spice life, even though I am not a pumpkin spice person, but I think the t-shirt is cute anyway. And then we're going to do sweater weather. I have a really fun cardigan that I thought I could do a shirt for underneath. So that's what we're doing today. Say hello. I have a really fun. Let's get that volume off. All right, links are all included in the description of the video. But of course, if you need anything, please reach out. I think this is pretty much centered. If anything, it might have to be moved to the left. What do you think? What do you guys think? Let's just move it a little bit. I got my ink mat underneath. All right, we're just gonna shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. To the left. To the left, to the left. Okay. Hopefully that is straight. Let's see. I think that's okay. I think it's all right. If anything, it's a little high on the left side, but you know what? Let's see. I was gonna say my right shoulder dips. Oh, so it's a little bit higher on the right side. So I think we're good. Okay. Excellent. All right. We are using ink today. Permanent product. So we're gonna make sure that we don't get it where it's not supposed to go. I'm thinking orange peel. Maybe some bright white, definitely shimmer copper. So I definitely want to do the little orange, or I'm sorry, the little pumpkin down there in orange. And then I probably thought PSL will go in orange, and then we would probably do, oh, I don't know, maybe pumpkin spice life in white, maybe that little line in white, and then the stars in shimmer gold ink. I don't want to have to mess around with this outer line, so I'm not going to deal with that at all. So we're just going to squeeze out some ink here. Let's get a color tray so we don't make a mess. And we are just spreading. We're gonna need more than that, so let's just go ahead and empty all of this. See how far it takes us here. Remember, you want to make sure you stay on the transfer, right? We don't want to go off the transfer. We don't want to get it on our shirt anywhere. All right. I'm just making sure I get everything coated, and then we'll go back over stuff. Grab some of that, bring that over. I may need to grab some more orange. More orange peel. Let's see what we can get out of here. I have my ink mat under there, so it's stuck to that. I'm gonna just put a little bit on that pumpkin so we have him covered. all of that covered. Let's try to grab some excess here. Let's get our little pumpkin done. That way we can use whatever excess we don't use over here. I'm really trying not to get those stars, so. Okay, let's go over this again. Make sure we don't leave anything out. If you feel like it's really soaking into the fabric, then you can apply more. Definitely want to get that excess off. Don't forget our inks take way longer to dry, so we have time to play with it here. Versus our chalk paste dries a whole lot quicker. Okay. All right, I think we're good there. Let's get some of the shimmer gold. I think I'm going to do the little stars in the gold. So we don't really need a whole lot for that. I'm going to use one of my cut up squeegees. I'll just do a couple little stars here. Really make sure it goes through. Our shimmers, they tend to not want to go through our silk screen as easy as just plain chalk paste or ink. So I'm going to really work it in there. And then we're going to get our white for the rest. And then move on. Okay, white. I need it. How's everybody doing today? All right, I'm just gonna tear off a little bit of that corner. Didn't realize, but these do kind of tear open pretty easily. Of course, I didn't get to the right point. I am like literally right at that edge of the pocket here. Just trim a little more off. I have more scissors coming today, yay. All right, let's spill out some of that white. Pick some up. Still pumpkin season, right? Although I know everyone's gearing up for Christmas, but it's still considered fall, y'all. Still fall. But don't you worry, we are also going to sprinkle in holiday too. Really make sure you get those letters covered. You can always do a second layer. I'm gonna grab more white. Like I said, you can always do a second layer. Like I really see this white really getting sucked into this fabric. It doesn't appear as vibrant as I would like it. A little bit more. That was the perfect amount. All right, let's put that down. All right, let's take a little peek. Actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more over here. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I like that. Okay, okay. All right, let's leave it right here. We're not gonna totally take it off, but let's go ahead and just kind of dry it a little bit. And then we'll put it back down and we'll redo it so that we can get it a little more vibrant. The camera is really playing it up, making it look nice and bright. I just want to fill in some spots, so let's go ahead and get this somewhat dry and put our transfer back down. Ink it a little more, especially the white where it says pumpkin spice life and a little, I don't know, decoration at the bottom there. This would be really fun to add the puff additive to the ink. That'd be really fun to have, like the PSL and the little pumpkin all puffed up. I think that would be a nice little added thing. Okay, look, oh my gosh, pretty much dry. So let's go ahead and put this back down, okay? We're gonna kind of push that down. Try not to blend any of the colors because we don't want gold in anything. We want everything to stay the way it is. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use my palms. All right. Let's do the white for sure again. So let's squeeze out some more of that. All right, let's grab some and redo that. So that'll be so much brighter with the second layer. You can already tell a difference, or at least I can. Definitely brighter. let's go along the edge here. I left quite a bit of gold from those stars kind of hanging out, so I'm trying to avoid that gold. A little bit up here. Okay. Really make sure you get that excess off. All right, that's for that one. Let's do our gold stars again. Really want those to be noticeable. All right, and then orange. We need more orange. Orange peel coming up. Orange peel. All right. All right, we're just gonna go pretty much across the letters here. Hopefully that's enough. No barking. No barking. It's going to be so much more vibrant. Some people will tell you, or they will do a light layer of paste, meaning a light colored. Like they might do white first, and then they'll do the color on top so that it sits on top of the white and stands out more. But I think it's kind of the same as doing the 2 layers of a color. Let's put our excess. This time we have way too much. I think we've used that orange, the previous orange ink. We must have used it on something. I'll have to see if I can shove it back in that packet. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. All right, making sure we get all those edges. Smooth out any lines if you see any lines made from the squeegees. And we gotta do that pumpkin guy. I think this is gonna look a lot better with this second layer. Okay. Now we'll take it off. Check fingers. Try not to get ink on your project. Oh my gosh, so much better. Especially the white and the gold. Yay. All right, I'm gonna get this in water because it is the ink. And I don't want it to dry in my mesh. So let me go ahead and put this in a water bath real quick. That should be good to go now. All right, I'm back. Yay, I love it, I love it, love it. All right, let's get this off. While it's still wet, we want to be careful that we don't get it smeared. I don't know why this is so awkward today. Okay. Get that out. All right. All right, let's get this dry a little bit. We'll heat set this and the other shirt we're gonna do when we're done, okay? Let's just start to get this dry. What do you guys think? Still a little wet. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the sweater I have to go with the other transfer that I want to do. For now, I'm just going to fold this up like that. I'm going to set it down. All right, here's the sweater I have, and it's so fun, you guys. Let's just make sure, though, that we're not going to make a mess. White off. Okay. So isn't this sweater fun? It's got this orange, a gray, and like a camel-y, taupey kind of color. I thought a gray shirt would go cute underneath. So let's get the shirt out of there. This sweater aside. And watch all that ink over there. Okay. We're gonna have to get that mat, which I don't know if I'm gonna mess with. I think I'm just gonna put a piece of cardboard under there. Basically, you want to make sure that ink's not going to get, go through your shirts to the other side. Okay, we don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Okay. And then we're gonna do sweater weather. It is definitely sweater weather where I am. Today I think it's kind of mid to maybe high 60s. We're supposed to warm up in the next few days, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking right about there. Take that off that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the center little trick. So you kind of just give it a pinch after you fold it in half. And I think we're gonna put it right about here. Just gonna lightly tap it down. Let's see. Let's see how it looks. All right, I think that looks pretty decent. Pretty good placement. Let's rub that down. You want to make sure it's nice and flat against your shirt or sweatshirt or jeans or whatever it is you're making. And then we need to decide what color we're going to do. So I thought I would try to make that camel-y color. And try to make that orangey color. Let's see. The first color on that sweater on the neck is gray, so maybe we do all of that in the orange, and then we do that little guy and that little guy and that little guy in the camel-y color. What do you think? I'm wondering what papaya might look like, if it's going to be a little more orangey or darker, or if we mix the two. Let's see. Let's open this up and see. Let's just see what we get here. Ooh, get out of there, little bug. All right, so this is more of it kind of looks more like a clayish color. But I wonder if I mix it a little bit with some of our orange peel, what it might do. So let's do that. I'm going to hold it up to my sweater and see. I don't know, it almost needs to be darker, so let's see. Gosh, I'm really afraid to do this. Black really darkens stuff, like, quickly. I almost feel like I have to add like a red to it. Does that make sense? I don't think coral is the right route to go. I'm gonna try like literally a little teeny bit of red. So let's do this. Let's scoop up all of that orange and get it on our little tray here. I'd rather make too much than not enough, okay? Then we're gonna kind of add some papaya to it. Because I think the papaya was close as well. That'll kind of, it does give it that little more of a rosy glow to it. But then I think I'm gonna add a little bit of candy apple. Just a little. Just a little. And we're going to see what happens here. And I'm just going to snip just a little corner. we're gonna add just a little bit of red. Ooh, I think this may be the ticket. I think this might do it, guys. Let's see. Let's see. And what I'll probably do is the entire transfer, and then we'll come back and do, although dune will probably be hard to cover, or it'll be kind of hard to cover with dune. I think I need more red. More red, more red. Okay. Careful when you're mixing. Don't do it over your project. See. I don't know, guys. That's really darn close. I am feeling kind of crazy, and I feel like I'm going to add more red. And then that's it. No more red. That was a lot. I just feel like that's the oomph we need to get to that orange color we're looking for. Or I wonder if I could have added some bark. Do we have bark ink? I think we do. I may not have it in a single though. All right, I think, maybe that made it too pinky. Darn it. Now we gotta add more orange. Shoot. All right, let's add more orange. This is the last of the orange, I think. Now we got a whole bunch of ink here. We should be good. All right, guys, I think we're gonna have to stop here with this mixing. All right, so we're gonna try to avoid those little areas. That we're gonna do in dune. All right. Trying to be careful here. Grab some more. Okay, let's go down. Let's bring it down here a little bit. Grab some more. Trying to avoid those little dashes or whatever you want to call them. But also making sure you get the edge of those letters. Okay. All right. I think we got it. I feel like I'm getting messy, so I'm going to wash my hands so that I don't spread it all over the place. And now we need to get close to that creamy kind of color. Honestly, gold might work. Let's see what our dune looks like. Let's get another tray here. And then we'll go from there. How did I get orange on me? Goodness. Okay. Let's put some out in our tray. Yeah, I just don't feel like that's warm enough. Like I feel I need to warm it up, but I almost feel like I need to warm it up with some orange, honestly. So let's do this. I know, we're getting crazy. I'm gonna add a little bit of this to the dune. See what we get. It might yellow it up enough. I think. All right, we may need to add some dune. Let me compare it against my shirt. It's close. It's really close, guys. Really close. Like I'm not sure if I need like a yellow in it, or if I just need to add a little more dune to take a little more of that orangey cast out of there. I needed something to make it more creamy, so I think adding that orange was fine. Let's just kind of dull it a little bit more, and then I think we'll be good to go. I think we're good. I think it looks good. Just want to make sure I get it nice and mixed. Okay. Kind of take some of that off. And then let's do our little lines here. Make sure we get it nice and covered. All right, let's get our excess off. So we do have a lot sitting here. Make sure all the edges are done. Okay. All right, moment of truth. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit to that guy. Let's add a little more to this guy. I'm lightly kind of gliding it across. Okay. And we're going to add some to this guy because he kind of got some orange on him. So we're going to try to cover it up. Yay! Oh my gosh. Eek! How fun is that? That's a lot of fun. I think anyway. All right, let's see if we can dry this a little bit. I'm going to try not to move it because I'm going to try to put the transfer back on and maybe do another layer of the orange, except with more orange. I feel like this might be too pinky-ish. Does that make sense? I might have put too much red in there. Let's just kind of dry it a little bit and see what we get. You know, and looking at this transfer, I think they forgot to put the center in that E. All the other ones have it. Oopsie, little oopsie. All right, let's see if we can lay it back down. Where'd it go? Get it in place, re-ink it, and see what happens. Let's see if I can do this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. I mean, it can't be that easy, right? Holy cow, that just went right back. Okay. Press down where we were. Just watch fingers, especially in that creamy color. All right, wow, okay. Well, let's do this. Let's do the creamy color first. All right, we'll redo those because I could tell it's really soaking into my t-shirt here. All right, let's do this one. Grab just a little bit more. And then the last one. Then we'll add more orange peel to our concoction. See if we can get it a little more orange. Okay, I think that's better. All right, let's see, do I have more orange? Come on, baby. I do, squirt it all out there. Really squeeze it out, that's garbage. Let's see what we got left in this one. Ooh. Okay, that in the garbage. I'm going to clean off the squeegee that had white. We're going to try to use this one with the orange. Get a little bit smaller of a squeegee because I'm going to just pull a section of this and mix it in. Hopefully this is enough. It should be. Okay, that's a little more orange. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Now, oh yeah, you can see it's a lot more orange, which is fine. But it's gonna sit on top of that darker one, which is also fine. Careful around those. I have to concentrate. I'm so quiet. Okay. Try not to grab any of that cream color. Can't do that now. We've gotten so far with this. We're so close. So close. Okay, let's take some of that off. Sometimes all that excess just gets in the way. All right, let's smooth all this out. All right, get that off. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to put all this ink in, so that will have to be disposed of, which is fine. I brought the singles so that I could work on everything here. At least they're getting used. Accidentally getting some of that cream color, so we want to make sure we get that off. Don't want to spread that. Okay, I think we've done an awesome job. I think we're good. Okay. I feel like there's some lines or like color discolorations here. Okay, I have to be done. Tools out of my hands. All right, let's take this off. I love it. Okay, let me throw this also in my water bath. That way those can get washed when we're done. Okay, let's get our machine going. Okay. All right, so it did go through a little bit. Let's go ahead and dry this a bit. Put all of our dirties away so that we don't get into trouble. I was going to have it sit there and dry while I was doing that, but we'll have to wait. We'll get a heat set and they'll be ready to roll. Just like one spot. Just want to round that out. There we go. All right, let's heat it up. Let's get our little cardboard piece out of here. I'm also going to put some paper towels in there. Kind of position it right under there. Okay, hold on, hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's get our little mat here nice and fluffy, almost kind of like a pressing pad. I just know I'm going to put something in all this ink. I just know it. Okay. Paper towel under there. Let's get our Teflon sheet. Okay. Whew. Stretch for that. Okay. Let's put that down. Let's get this guy. And start. I'm just going to kind of keep it moving. Add some pressure. We're going to do 305 degrees for 60 seconds. I may do it another minute, we'll see, and then we'll flip it over. You want to make that heat set sandwich. You want to heat it on the top and you want to heat it on the bottom so that your ink is in the middle, if that makes sense. And I also like to move it around, especially if you have just a regular iron with the steam holes on the plate. Definitely want to keep that moving. You do not want to use the steam setting. Pay attention to your settings, like if you have cotton or polyester or whatever it is you're working with. Make sure you know your settings. Let's go ahead and do another little round of heat and then we'll flip it. See, I'm getting all messy, guys. Oh, that's a mess. Having a hard time concentrating on two things. I thought we were supposed to be able to multitask, right? On its little cooling plate. All right, put that up. Sweater weather. I love it. Okay, let's flip it. Trying to shake out that paper towel. There. All right, and then we're going to heat set for 60 seconds on this side to make that sandwich. You do not need a Teflon sheet or parchment paper when you're doing it this way. But like I said, I do like to keep it moving only because I don't want to keep it stationary and then have it scorch my fabric. So I do like to keep it moving. Every now and again, I'll just let it sit, apply some pressure. Let's give it the last 5 seconds with some pressure. All right. And voila, it is completely heat set, ready to wear and wash. How cute is this? Oh my gosh. Let's put it up next to our sweater and see how we did. Let's see. Let's just see how we did. It's such a cute sweater. You guys, if you need a link to the sweater, I could certainly provide that for you. All right, so there's that. And then here's our sweater. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love it. Eek, can't wait to wear it. Looks good. That matches. That matches for the most part. It looks good. I love it. All right. Yay. That's the first, or this is the second one we did. Let's get that folded together. All right, now we gotta do our other shirt, our PSL Pumpkin Spice Life. All right, this was a little bit bigger. This was our B size transfer. I may have gotten a little something there. Let's see. Let's see if we can work that out. Put some light on the subject here. I feel like it's a little dark in here today. There we go. Just a little. Not sure if I got a little white on there or what I did. There we go. It's usually pretty easy to get out. If you should, did I just do that? I usually get like a sopping wet wipe and it usually can come out, like if you blot it a little bit. Okay. Get our Teflon sheet. Cover. And then we're going to hit start. This one we'll probably do a couple extra minutes or two minutes, only because it's a bigger design and I'm moving all around it. So we'll do it for 60 and then we'll do it for another 60. Let's see what's going on. Say hey as you're hopping on. Trying to do two things here, guys. Can she do it? Can she do it? All right, let's do another 60. Really paying attention this time. I'm gonna hit this down here. I don't know if I must, oh boy, I did get it in the white. Okay, we're not going to heat set over there, so we're going to go ahead and rinse that out once we're done. I'm going to take that under the sink and get that rinsed off. Gosh darn it, I knew I was like getting it on there somehow. Just couldn't figure it out. I'm like, what the heck? Shoot. See, I know better. I know I should clean up before I do this kind of stuff. Okay. that's heat set on the top. Let's at least get some of this off. Look how easy that popped right off. Whew, thank goodness. And I saw a little bit over here. Now this shirt will be able to just go in the wash. You do not have to pre-wash your shirts, but you can if you want. I think I might have. I think anytime I order stuff, I do wash it right away. I don't like to wear stuff when it comes in packages and off the racks in the stores and stuff. I don't like to do that. So I pretty much like to wash everything. All right, let's flip it. Let's make sure we didn't get it anywhere else. Me being the little messy Marvin. Okay, we're gonna watch those arms. Watch the fingers. I'm also gonna turn this, I think, this way. And I'll probably just throw it on a hanger so the arms can dry. Okay, make sure, okay. So we're gonna pretty much do this whole area. All right, we'll do this a couple times as well. Let's just work on this side and then we'll work on the other side. My puppy's being such a good boy. He's not barking. We went on a nice long walk this morning. We kind of got lost on the way home. But we found our way. But we probably walked a good 3 or so miles. I got 4,500 steps in. So that's kind of crazy. But he loves it. Loves going for little, we call them saunters, so that he doesn't hear the W word. Because he loves it. We honestly don't do it enough. We should do it more often. So we're going to try to do that here, and once we get back home. All right, making that heat sandwich. Got about 8 seconds left, and then we're all done. All done. There we go. All right. Turn it off, let it cool down. Don't need it anymore today. Oh my gosh, I love it. I am still all ready for fall. It's just a speck of something. All right. Woohoo! So we got pumpkin spice life and sweater weather. I almost feel like I gotta tuck it in here. There we go. All right, guys. I love it. I hope you guys love it too. Have you tried inking shirts yet? I think it's time if you haven't, and if you need any help, please reach out to me. I am so happy to help.